Let's do something we like to call social media check-in. Let's see what the squad has to say. Let's see what their issues, questions, problems, concerns are, Jonathan.
All right. John Adele, a Brad Squad VIP member. Is my application considered abandoned if I travel with a pending AP renewal, even if I have valid AP?
If you have a valid advance parole, you can travel it. You have not abandoned your adjustment. If you have no valid advance parole and just a pending application for a new advance parole, you have abandoned your adjustment. You will not be allowed back in America.
Don Hamilton, a Brad Squad VIP member. I have an interview in a few weeks based on a marriage petition, but we don't have the lease agreement. We live with family and contribute to all expenses as it relates to the house. Will that hurt our case?
No, you don't have a lease agreement doesn't mean you can't prove it's a real marriage and you live together and have a financial relationship.
Adepitan Janet Olowasesun, Brad Squad VIP member. I called my lawyer to ask if he had sent my RFE, request for further evidence, but he said he sees that it's still pending. What does that mean? Have they received it or not?
It means they've received it and the case is pending and they're looking at it. That's what I would assume.
Russian Scott, Brad Squad VIP member. If I'm a citizen here in the U.S., how often can I leave the country?
Whenever you'd like.
Ron Adams, Brad Squad VIP member. My cousin didn't report to his probation officer and he left the country. Can he come back as a tourist since he abandoned his residency?
No, there's probably a warrant out for his arrest too.
Yeah, Joan Erica on Facebook. Can someone attend the interview for a green card if the biometrics have not been completed? What if the biometrics are completed, but the results are not ready by the date of the interview?
You get an interview, you go, no matter biometrics or no biometrics.
Armand Dave Brignac Brute Gold on Instagram. Can I get my visa back after overstaying in America due to an illness? Can I get adjusted to a business visa?
Well, you have an excuse why you overstayed. You would have to show medical records, a hospital record that you were incapacitated and couldn't leave. Being sick in bed with a cold is different than being incapacitated in a hospital. So it depends what the sickness was.
Lakeisha Libran Headley on Facebook. If I get married to a U.S. citizen and I have one child, 11 years old, how much money do I need to pay to get his adjustment of status approved through my marriage? Does it help our case if I'm a lawful permanent resident?
It's $1,225 plus $535, which is $1,760. You only get a reduced fee for your child if you're doing the adjustment together with you. But since you already got your green card, you're doing a separate adjustment. It's not going together in one package. Your child has to pay the full fare.
Samantha Jones on Facebook. What is the penalty for someone who tried to file for citizenship, got caught undocumented, and was deported? It's been 10 years now. What can he do? How can he come back?
Filed for citizenship and got caught?
The penalty is someone who tried to file for citizenship and got undocumented and was deported.
Well, you were undocumented, made a false claim to U.S. citizenship, and got deported. You're never coming back again in the history of the world.
Modesta Batson on YouTube. How do I know if I aged out of the application my grandmother made for my dad and family in April 2007? I'm F3 and I was born August 28, 1991. The I-130 filed for us was completed April 26, 2007, was approved on October 1st, 2007. Did I age out? What's my status?
Yeah, you probably aged out because you only got a few months over your 21st birthday because I got approved fast.
Linda Shaw on Facebook. My 120 days finishes next week. What will happen next? It's been about a year and 6 months, and I've been waiting for a date for the embassy.
120 days for what?
What happens in 120 days that finishes? What do you need for 120 days?
I don't know what she's asking me. Okay.
Rosemary Barnes on YouTube. Is there a visa I can apply for if I work in the health field?
Yeah, if you're a registered nurse or a physical therapist, that's the easiest, fastest way to do it.
Relaxing Sounds of Nature on YouTube. Can CBP check my work history at a checkpoint? I'm skeptical of going home because of my work history. Will they know?
Well, if you have an issue with work history, I think you should speak to a lawyer first before you do anything.
Abdullah1617 on YouTube. How can a Syrian entrepreneur establish a business in the U.S. and get a business visa?
Start a corporation, open up a bank account, transfer money, and then either do probably an L visa. I don't think Syria has an E visa treaty with the United States.
Temi Akinwunmi on YouTube. In 2016, I got a DWI. It's been over 5 years now, and I'm going for my naturalization. Will that affect it?
Yes, you have to prove 5 years of good moral character.
God's Got Me on YouTube. Can a green card holder file for his 8-year-old that is currently out of status in the U.S. and doesn't live with him? He's with the mother and they're divorced and co-parenting.
Absolutely.
Mike Frew on YouTube. My 19-year-old son is eligible to file for a green card as an Asylee derivative with over 1 year stay in the U.S. Is it faster if I file for him as a citizen father, or should he file Asylee?
U.S. citizen father.
Say What on YouTube. I got in trouble about 7 years ago and was charged with aggravated assault with a deadly weapon.
Say what?
But it was dismissed.
Is that say what?
It is say what?
That's why I was like, say what?
Yes.
Yes, okay. Just making sure you're paying attention.
Yes, say what?
Say what?
On YouTube. So I got in trouble about 7 years ago and was charged with aggravated assault with a deadly weapon. It was dismissed. Will I have any problems renewing my green card?
Not if it was dismissed.
Nistista G on YouTube. I overstayed my ESTA and married a U.S. citizen in 2019. Our first child is 8. USCIS received our case on October 8th, 2020. I'm still waiting for my biometrics appointment. Can I expect a full permanent green card?
If you're married for more than 2 years, yes. How long have they been married?
Does not say.
Married to a
Well,
citizen
this
or
says
resident?
their first child is 8, so.
I assume if you're married more than 2 years,
Married
you're
a
married
U.S.
to
Oh no, they married in 2019.
if you're married more than 2 years, by the time you get your green card, your 10-year green card, you're done.
All right.
Thanks for watching. For more Bradshaw Live, like and subscribe to our YouTube channel.